All we know is money. U.S. cities struck. We won't talk more, all we know is money. Hurry up. This was the ransom that confronted Baltimore officials on May 7 when with a virus, taking the systems hostage. The ongoing the horrors of where cybercriminals break in, lock up computer data, then demand payments to restore access have increasingly in recent years. The crisis involved. What terrifies me is if it happens on a large scale. These cyber intrusions are expected to continue disrupting ill-prepared local governments and public services, with devastating financial impacts and potentially life-threatening consequences, experts warned. Any agency that we have an exponentially increasing problem, said Katie Mouseris, founder and CEO of Luda Security, which helps businesses and governments work with hackers to identify vulnerabilities. We don't have the mess in Baltimore has attracted particularly intense international scrutiny following a New York Times suggesting the cybercriminals used a malware component that originated with the National Security Agency NSA. The NSA alleged security experts hope Baltimore's ongoing crisis motivates municipalities to take these threats seriously. Baltimore leaders, the mayor, Bernard Jack Young, has said the city would not pay the ransom, though he hinted he was considering paying it to move the city forward. City agencies are especially ripe targets because they often maintain databases of vital and sensitive information while having constrained information security budgets and inadequate technological safeguards. Municipal governments and hospitals just don't have the top cybersecurity out there, and the criminals know this, said Jeff Kosseff, assistant professor of cybersecurity law at the U.S. Naval Academy. You can see loss of disruptions to the functioning of ambulances, rescue squads, fire stations, waste collection, and other services could all have serious human consequences, he said. When a massive cyber attack hit the state of Colorado last year, the first step was to shut down 2,000 infected government workstations. The next task was, that day one was brutal, said Deborah Blythe, Colorado's chief information security officer, recounting the ransomware that afflicted the state transportation department and quickly sparked fears of harmful disruptions to traffic operations right away. It was impossible to even understand the scope. In the coming years, cybercriminals will just repeat their attempts across governments until they find one that is vulnerable, said Tyler Moore, a University of Tulsa cybersecurity professor. Attackers have found it's a playbook that remains profitable. That's because some victims choose to pay, despite ethical concerns about capitulating to ransom demands and despite the fact that there's no guarantee of restored access. In some cases, even if major cities view Baltimore as a wake-up call and adopt reforms, it wouldn't shock me to see smaller cities roll the dice, said Hanneke de la Valle, senior technologist with the Center for Democracy and Technology. She said, the frustrating reality for information security leaders is that the technical solutions are known and easy to implement. If there is funding, cities have to end. Without patches, those who are unwilling to pay the price to upgrade systems and people are going to pay the price one way or the other, said Alan R. Shark, Executive Director of Public Technology Institute, which provides consulting services to governments. Baltimore made the right decision refusing to pay, but the crisis could drag on for months as a result, said Avi Rubin, a Johns Hopkins computer science professor. They don't have a lot. In the Colorado attack, the malware hit the transportation department's business services, but ultimately did not spread to road and traffic operations. Thousands of the state eventually brought in the National Guard to help. Colorado has since adopted a range of new practices to prevent future attacks, said Blythe, adding that officials have thought through worst-case scenarios: disruptions to healthcare, prisons, emergency communications, traffic safety, fire departments. What if it was a broader impact, affecting multiple of those services at once? She added. Despite the challenges, Blythe remained confident that refusing the attackers' demands was the right call. We would not even follow Guardian Cities on, and to join the discussion, catch up on or sign up for our
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.